All right, man. Let's dive straight into it, man. J Hill Podcast. We are here. Special guest to my left,
Gashi. What up, man?
Yes, sir. Gashi, what's up, dog? How you feeling?
Good, man. Yo, I love the fact that you're in Brooklyn, my hometown. I feel good. I'm so happy to be here.
Yo, how is Brooklyn nowadays, man?
Man, Brooklyn's good, bro. You know, they get all they swag from us, you know. Everything they do, everything lit. It's Brooklyn. If they got rid of that bridge, we'd forget Manhattan existed, you know?
So you talking about New York versus New York. See, I think y'all got bigger problems nowadays. Y'all still beefing with each other.
Nah, man, ain't no beef, man. We love everybody. We love Queens. We love Queens, really. You know, Queens is like really dope. It's Queens and Harlem. And you know what I really love doing? Golfing in Staten Island.
Yo, you funny. I feel like that's a joke.
Yo, nah, I'm being serious. And you know what I just got off the FaceTime with? Ghostface Killer. Yo, Ghost, did you see that picture? I ain't sent it to you? Yo, Ghostface Killer, and I just FaceTimed him. It was one of the most incredible things in my life that's ever happened to me. And a lot of shit has happened to me in my life. But that moment was special because that's a special bro, man. That's a special brother, man. And he's in, like, when me and my brother were younger in Germany, my brother stole a CD out of a store, and it was a Wu-Tang album. And to be on FaceTime with Ghostface years later, it's just so crazy to me. So Staten Island, shout out to Staten Island, the best bagels, best car washes. And, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger and got my license, every time I try to, like, fuck, instead of driving all the way to Jersey, Staten Island was always lit. Like, they were always down.
Yeah, I want to ask you something. Since we went straight into it. I was going to take my time, but whatever. Since we... Yo, you on the phone with Ghostface Killer, right? You was signed to Jay-Z.
Yeah, man. Brooklyn, baby.
Yeah, like, you have so many ties. I mean, you were just talking about Drink Champs. You had a meeting, whatever, something like that.
Yeah. We're going to talk about that later.
Bro, for the people that don't know, like, who is Gashi? Who is Gashi?
I mean, Gashi's American. Gashi's Albanian, right? You said it right. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, bro. Who am I? I don't even know who I am anymore because there's so much. It's like I'm a building. You know what I mean? There's different floors to me, and there's so much to me. You know, I was born in Libya, and I was born in Africa, but my parents are both from Albania, and they're both from Kosovo. And I was well traveled. I traveled so many countries, and I love all types of music. Right? I came here to Brooklyn, and I grew up listening to hip hop, rap, and I decided to make it and like make music, make hip hop, and make all types of music because I make all genres. But like, yo, bro, I don't even know who I am, to be honest, because like, who the fuck am I? Because there's so much to me. I don't eat pizza every day. You know what I mean? I just feel like sometimes like I keep evolving, bro. I evolve so much. I dropped a country album last year. I put a Yankee cowboy hat out that everybody lost their mind and started copying. A cowboy hat with the Yankee logo. And then I switched it up on them as soon as they caught on the wave. So it's like, I'm just like David Bowie and shit. You know what I mean? As soon as they say if you go to a David Bowie concert back in the day before he passed, as soon as you go there with the outfit that he showed you on the album, he comes out with a different outfit. So you look like a bozo. And that's kind of like the idea of what Gashi is. It's like somebody that's always reinventing the wheel. You know what I mean? Doing whatever I want. Like today, I literally was dressed up like I was Ralph Lauren. And then I went home to Jersey. And as soon as I got naked, I got a text like, yo, good luck in your interview. And I said, what interview? And they said, you got an interview in Brooklyn. And then I threw on an Averex jacket with some baggy jeans, some Timberlands, and I walked out. You would never think it was the same person that left the crib. I mean, it's just so much to me. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
It's funny that you take us down this route because I feel like even early on when you look up your music and just do my research, I feel like that music sounds way different from what I'm hearing now. Like it's like two different type of style. Like I'm like, wait, is this the same person? I don't even understand.
I don't even know who the fuck I am anymore, bro. I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I just am very comfortable with who I am. I don't know what I am, but I'm very comfortable with who I am. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of people are not comfortable with who they are. So they do stupid stuff. Like they put other people down and shit, you know? But I live in the fifth dimension. I like literally love everybody. I really do, man. And sometimes I do weird shit. You know, like I'll tell somebody else they look good. And it gets weird because they say you're not supposed to be doing that. But I'll tell somebody, yo, those sneakers are fly, man, you're killing it. Or like, yo, that's a dope jacket, bro, you're killing it. Like I compliment people. They say don't do that, you know, but
Why you think? What you think the world come to nowadays? Like, why is that a bad thing nowadays?
I don't know. I think people just like are weak. You know, people are weak minded. I love complimenting. I love uplifting people. I love being positive, and I love spreading joy. So when I walk into a room, I'm always happy. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people don't like when you're happy.
But you're a rapper.
I'm an artist. But yeah, being a rapper is so cool though. I am a rapper.
But
too.
so you're not supposed to. You're almost not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be mad at the world. You're supposed to be upset. You're supposed to have a chip on your shoulder.
But I just think it's negative, man. Like hip hop is I'm a guest, right? In hip hop. I'm an artist, but when it comes to being a rapper, I'm a guest in hip hop as a culture. I came into hip hop culture to add to it, not take away from it. And I want to add happiness, but it's been happy. Hip hop started in the Bronx, bro. They would, dance and be happy. And let me tell you about this, tell stories. Like, it was not always negative. It was positive. Hip hop was something to escape poverty from, like when you didn't have anything and everything was taken away from you, you had art, right? And that's what hip hop is and rap is. And it feels weird talking about it because I'm a guest in it and I just want to add my Albanian flavor to it and add the shit that I grew up on, which is Arabic music, and add Arabic melodies to my shit. But like, we can't say that rap is negative. Maybe now with the killing and stuff, but it was never always that. I feel like people in hip hop. There's bro, Soulja Boy was not negative. That's all fun,
But that came out after again, and then you see how much he got so much mess for it. They said he killed him. He's the death of hip hop.
Nah, man. I got a song with Soulja Boy. Shout out to Soulja Boy. I'll tell you a crazy story I never told nobody. Yo, I put out the song called My Year. It had like Juicy J on there, G-Eazy on there, mad people. It was like the hottest song ever. Every new year, people played the song. And then I was like, I want to get Soulja Boy on there. So they said, you have to drive to Malibu. So I drove all the way.
What song is this?
My Year. It's called My Year. This my year. This gonna be my year. Everybody played that shit.
Okay.
So I said, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna get Soulja Boy. Yo, by the way, this is the first time me telling the story. No one ever heard the story before. So this is for your show.
Thank you.
They said, you gotta go all the way to Malibu. Soulja Boy lives in this big, big fucking hill, and he lives all the way at the top. And this is the time where Soulja Boy said, Drake, Tiger, and he was off the shits. You know what I mean? And they said, I said, fuck it. So they go, he wants to meet you. So you're gonna have to drive to his crib because he's not doing the feature unless you go over there and meet him, and then he's gonna cut the verse for you, but you have to go. I said, fuck. All right, whatever, say less. We get in the car, me and my manager, we drive to Soulja Boy's house. Bro, I swear to God, bro, he lives so high on this mountain, all the way at the end of Malibu. We're circling like this. I thought I was going to die because the road kept getting smaller and smaller. I thought we were going to tip over. The clouds are right. Yo, you could roll the window down and look at the clouds coming into the car and going out the other way. I'm like, yo, are you sure this is where he lived, bro? I swear, I kid you not. We kept circling. Fucking long ass time. We get all the way to the top, bro. I think I see a Lamborghini. I see a bunch of cars. I'm like, I think this is it. This is where Soulja lives. It felt like a fucking like DreamWorks cartoon or some shit. It's like he's like an animated dude that doesn't really exist. Bro, I kid you not. We pull up, all they hear is, who that is? I'm like, yo, Soulja, it's me. Who? I said, Soulja, it's me. He came out with the AK. Who the fuck is he? Yo, I thought he was gonna shoot us down. Bro, I said, yo, Soulja, it's me. He goes, huh? I said, it's Gashi. He said, oh, all right. I'm like, okay, can we come in? He said, yeah. He said, yeah, come in. Yo, he opened the door. We go inside the crib, and he's on these fucking, what do you call those things? The hoverboards?
Yeah.
Everybody's on the hoverboard, and everybody has different color hair, blue, yellow, orange. It was like he found the freaks. They were all just hanging out at his house. And everybody was on a hoverboard on their phone, just gadget out, weird snacks. It was like the craziest snacks. Like, what do you call those things that you fucking used to eat in high school? I mean, in elementary school, the Lunchables and shit. Lunchables. It was just so crazy. It was like his crib was just nuts. Then we go into the game room, and all you have is all these colored hair dudes watching Soulja Boy play a video game. And they were just watching him. And he's like, all right, give me a second. I'm going to cut the verse. I'm like, all right, cool, man. Take your time. So nice to meet you. And we sat there, we just chilling. And I kid you not, bro. He loses the game. And he looks back at everybody. Everybody just gets all quiet and shit. And it was like, huh. When he loses, everybody's all scared and shit. And I'm like, yo, there's no signal up here. Can I get Wi-Fi? Because I ain't got Wi-Fi. And they were passing the code of the Wi-Fi like it was a knife in jail like this. I was like, yo, can I get the fucking Wi-Fi, bro? I need to like connect with somebody. And they couldn't give you the Wi-Fi without asking Soldier. So Soldier was like, he was like Peter Pan of the Lost Boys. You know what I'm saying? And it was like the funniest experience. He goes, oh yeah, I gotta cut this verse, right? I was like, yeah, it's gonna be an NBA 2K. He's like, all right, I got you, say less. Bro, he starts cutting the verse on the spot, and it was one of the hottest verses I've ever heard in my life.
Soulja Boy.
Yeah. I'm telling you this right now. Soulja Boy is one of the most talented human beings I've ever seen in my life. To cut a verse that fast and not write shit down, he cut that shit front to back, one take.
But I guess this is what, because again, I'm new to all of this, right? But yo, you been signed to Jay-Z. You just told me a crazy ass Soulja Boy stunt. Like,
yeah,
bro, how did you get there?
I mean, bro, you know, I kept pushing, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I had a full scholarship to play football. I was an all-city player, almost all-American football player. Everything I ever did in my life, bro, I try to do 100, bro. I don't care what I do, bro. If I wear a white shirt, I wear it like as a designer. You know what I'm saying? If I'm having sex and it slips out, I slip it back in as if I'm like Ron Jeremy. Like everything I do needs to be at all-time greatness.
That was too much, bro. We don't care about that, bro.
But what I'm saying to you is just like,
yo,
you gotta just be the greatest at everything you do, man. And for a while, bro, I just like came to America and I just wanted everything. When you come from nothing, you want everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I just got sick of it, bro. You ever heard the Ghostface Killer song, All I Got Is You? That song like changed my life, bro. Because that song describes my life, bro. I hated the TV in my crib. I hated that we had to grab the fucking hanger, put it there to get 2 channels. I hated waking up in the morning plucking roaches out the cereal box. I hated when the water wouldn't work. My mom would get the spit going in my eyes and just clean the fucking crust out my eyes. I hated that me and my brother had to share sneakers and pants. Like, it sucked. I hated my life, bro. I really did. For a long time, I just hated my life. And when we came to America, I started hanging out with kids that had more money than my family, you know what I'm saying, that were rich. And they didn't have to share. Bro, I shared sneakers with my mom, bro. She would come to the basketball court when she would go to work and say, I need the sneakers. And I had to take my shit off and ball with no sneakers. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, I met kids that had more money than me, and they showed me a lifestyle that I never thought I'd see ever in my life. And I never wanted to look back in my life. I hated my life. I hated going home. I hated everything about it. Because my parents are so educated, but they sacrificed their life to come to this country for me and my brother and my sister to have better opportunity. And for a while, it was just like, bro, like, you get food in school and I see kids not eating it saying that's gross. But like, yo, bro, I come from places where we ain't eat for fucking 6 days just drinking water, you know what I mean? And like trying to figure the shit out. So I took advantage of everything, bro. If you look at my yearbook, bro, you see me in chorus club, science club, math club, theater club, basketball, football, baseball. I did everything because I just try to take advantage of every opportunity. So what I did was after college, I was like, I'm gonna figure this shit out. And there was one dude named Austin Rosen, who's like the biggest head in the music now, who discovered me, bro. He discovered me. The first song I ever did was with Nipsey Hussle. That shit changed my life, bro. I met Nipsey, it changed my life, bro. People say like, yo, like, is Nipsey really like Black Jesus? To me, yeah. Because he put that battery in my back, bro. Like literally, if a conversation with him was just crazy, it was just like, yo, you nice, you should do this shit.
What year was this? Because this
2010.
This is before. Was this around the time he was selling his project for $100?
Yeah, it's before that. It's before that. It was
So
like,
people it wasn't even a big Nipsey train at that point.
nobody
How it
knew
was
who
before he
Nipsey
passed.
Nobody knew who really Nipsey was. Only like his city, you know.
Yeah.
But like I love Nipsey. I saw one Nipsey video called Hustle, and Hustle in the house, and I was like, yo, who the fuck is that? And they were like, yo, that's Nipsey Hussle who's coming out of LA. And I was like, yo, that's the new Snoop. Like that is
Is that around the time when what's the guy from Cinematic? Johnny Shipes?
Yeah, Johnny Shipes.
Johnny Shipes had found it.
Yeah. That's who was in the room with me when I recorded my record with Nipsey. Johnny Shipes to me is like, Johnny Shipes is one of the realest, and he has a great ear for music. If Johnny Shipes, all artists out there, if Johnny Shipes reaches out to you, go with it. Because if that man can't break you, then go get a regular job. Because I'm telling you this right now, Johnny Shipes' ear and the way he works, Johnny Shipes is A1. He's one of the dopest goats, managers, labels ever.
I feel like you don't hear his name a lot though in the music industry.
That's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be all up in the videos, sign a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is.
Yeah, him and rest in peace. The big guy, the bigger
Suge
guy.
Knight?
Nah, Johnny Shipes. They was partners.
Damn.
Blame it on my brain and not my heart. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
The dude from Fader, right?
I don't know if he's from Fade or not.
I forgot.
Big guy, black. I forgot his name. Whatever.
We go back. Don't say whatever. That sounds crazy.
No, not like that. But
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. So you was in the room with Johnny Shipes.
Yeah, I was in the room with Johnny Shipes, Nipsey. We cut that record and it changed my life. He literally said to me, yo, like, you dope. And that shit like made me feel good. Like somebody that I really fucked with and was just like, yo, you're sick. You're dope. And you know, I'm a tasteful person, bro. You know, it's not like I'm out here just like trying to work with everybody. I don't really give a damn about that shit. I don't really care. Like, you know, like I worked with Nipsey before Nipsey was Nipsey because I believed in it and I believe in my taste. If I fuck with you, it means you special. If I don't fuck with you, you corny.
So at what time did you Hovain? Rest in peace.
Oh shit, yeah.
Hovain.
Rest in peace to Hovain.
That's what I was talking about.
Troy Ave.
Yeah, Troy. Yeah, he was Troy Ave, but he worked with Shipes too.
Yes. He worked with Troy Ave. Yeah, Hovain. Yeah, rest in peace, Hovain, man. Hovain loved Carbone. I would always see him there. He did a lot for the culture.
Yeah. So at what point of time was you able to link up with Jay, I guess?
Man, look, the first time I tried to link up with Jay, and I never told this story either. He was in the Brooklyn Museum, and I waited outside. I went inside his Maybach, and I threw my CD in there.
For real?
The window was open, yeah. His driver went to Golden Crust. I followed him, and I threw my CD in the car. He had a Yankee in the back. He had a Yankee that was folded. His Yankee hat was in the back of the black Maybach. And I threw my CD in there. I never told that story. That's the first time me telling the story. That was the first time I tried to sign a Jay. Second time I tried to sign a Jay, I took $1 off of everybody waiting online to get their book signed by him. And then I put my CD in the book. I got to him. I said, what up? He goes, yo, what up? I'm like, hey, my name is Larry. I'm a rapper from Brooklyn. He said, nice. He said, well, you want me to sign it? He signed the book, took my CD, threw it in the garbage right in front of me. I don't blame him. You know what I'm saying? Thank God he ain't listened to that shit. That was second time. Third time, now this time I was fucked up. All hell broke loose. I hit rock bottom. And I had a song go off called Disrespectful. And Rock Nation heard it. I signed to Rock Nation. One song changed my life.
How was that time though? Because you know they say signing to Rock Nation is like a gift and a curse. Like everybody that signed to Jay is just like they I don't know. They left unhappy.
Bro, regardless, I love Jay-Z. He's my favorite rapper. I have a top 10 favorite rapper list. Jay-Z's probably one. You know? I love Jay-Z. Jay-Z to me is my GOAT. He's from where I'm from. And regardless of how it went down, the goal was just to say I signed a Rock Nation. Just to cross it off the list. You know what I mean? Regardless of like what happened. And I did it, bro. It's my favorite rapper, bro. Like, some people have records with him who are ungrateful. Like, bro, it's Jay. Like, came from fucking nothing. And he made me believe I can do it too. And that's why it's special. Because he's such a successful businessman. You know what I mean? Like, just to be around breathing the same air is a fucking big deal. Some of these people are just ungrateful. You seen that. They go to the brunches. They just want a photo with him. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's so much more. You know, I remember I went up to Jay one time. No, this is the second time I met him. I said, I was so nervous to be around him. I said, after we had a small conversation, I said, all right, man, it's nice to see you. No, I said, it's nice to meet you. And he said, you can only meet me once. And I'm like, you fucking idiot. I walked away because he's right. You can only meet somebody one time. It's nice to see you, not meet you. But I was so nervous around him that I said stupid shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's because his presence means so much to me. Because when I had my parents around, I was learning from his albums. I was learning what he was saying. You know, he's just an educator, he's a teacher. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I signed to him. Yeah, I didn't fucking become the biggest artist in the world, but it don't matter because I'm not doing the garbage. I'm not doing anything I don't want to do. I made millions of dollars, bro. Like, you know, I don't like how people go online and write, he fell off. You have nothing. You can't say nothing. You never was on. How are you saying you fell off or pointing fingers out? If you never did anything in your life, you have nothing to say. Your credentials, you have nothing to say. That you haven't done anything to say anything. So sometimes you get artists out there, you know, who had success and then had a pause or something rough happened. They lost somebody or something happened, a rough patch, and they pause. And then you get these kids who write, oh, he fell off, study to fall off or whatever. And it's just like, bro, you've never done nothing in your life to say that. Like, even the artist that falls off still has more money than you, your whole family, you and your mom's fucking crib in a small ass room saying he fell off. Like, when I read about certain artists and I go, are you crazy? This artist is literally walking out a mansion.
But have you ever, like, you gotten that? Has it, like, bothered you at all, though?
No, the thing is, bro, I'm blessed, bro. I really, truly am blessed, bro. The reason why I say I'm blessed is because my career was never like this. I expanded. My career was like this. It was never like this. I never had one song that everybody knew me for. I have 10 gold records, bro. I don't have one gold record. I have 10. I have 2 platinum and I have 1 triple platinum. I don't have a hit record, but I have 10 gold records. I don't have a hit record though.
How the fuck that work?
So that means it's like when I walk out the street and people run up to me, they go, oh my God, Gashi, I love your song Roses. I'm like, thank you. Then I'll walk down the street this way. Oh my God, bro, I love your song Disrespectful. Then I walk out this way and a girl will go, oh my God, I love your song Safety with Chris Brown. I'm like, thank you. Then I walk this way and I'll run into like somebody from Middle East, go, oh my God, Creep on Me with French Montana, DJ Snake, my favorite song. Then I walk to a grocery store and an old lady, 65 years old, will say, Gashi, oh my God, your song with Sting is my favorite song. So it's like everybody knows me for a different song. No one knows me for one song. So it's not like I'm walking around. If I had a song come out, say I had a song come out called Firestone. Now everywhere I go, they go, Gashi, Firestone. That's a nightmare. Because thank God I never had a song that was bigger than me. So it kept me in the game. I have 12 big songs. I don't have one song. But I don't have a hit, so I don't have a song. All my songs are over 200 million streams, all of them. But I never had a song that hit 1 billion streams. That's scary. Like I look at my homie Shabuzi. He had bigger songs on the album than Tipsy. But everybody, everywhere he goes, he has to play that one song. And I feel scared for him because he's bigger than that song. He's talented. But are they ever going to allow him to leave Tipsy? Will we ever find out? Find out next on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, wait. Now, you off air, you were saying you're trying to reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, how does it feel to, like, tell me about that process? Because You come from nothing, right?
Yeah.
You get some success, a lot of success.
Yeah.
Right. But now you find yourself trying to reinvent yourself. How is that? That gotta be hard as hell. That gotta be humbling.
I mean, if the pandemic never happened, I'd probably be the biggest artist in the world.
Why you say that?
The pandemic slowed me down. I was on my way to be the biggest artist in the world. I just had the #1 album, dropping my second album called 1984. I called it 1984 because my parents got married that year, and it was the greatest year. Michael Jordan got drafted, first Mac. I just loved that year. I was not born there. I'm like a 90s baby. But I was just like, yo, I'm ready to come out with this 80s sounding album. Nobody did 80s sounding album. After I did it, The Weeknd did it, Dua Lipa did it. All these people started doing it. So if you look at my career, I always set the wave of what the next sound's gonna be. If you always look at what I'm doing, everybody does it 5 years later. That's just what it is. And you know, you can correct me, go look at the receipts and say, yo, this boy crazy. Go search it and you'll see the dates. I have the receipts to everything I'm talking about. I reinvent myself every single time. But if the pandemic never happened, a lot of people, we'd have a lot of stars right now in the world that would be real stars. There's so many kids that were going into the NFL that never got that chance. There's so many kids that were leaving high school to go to college that never got that chance that first year. There's so much shit that happened during the pandemic that stopped a lot of stars. And a lot of people got hurt, man. And I was one of them. I'm one of many artists that got hurt, but I didn't fucking die. So many of my artists died. So many artists I know died. There are like butchers now back in Cleveland and going back to Baltimore and going back here and going back home where they have to reinvent and restart. I'm still here, bro. And the one know the sad part? Sad part is I had to restart. But the good part is I have more money now than I did when I was signed.
Where do you think that come from?
Selling drugs. No,
This nigga.
Nah, man. It comes from hustling. It comes from having 4 kids to look after. It comes from you know, I'm 34 years old, bro. I'm a grown ass man. And it's unfair because I went into my 30s during the pandemic. I never really had a chance to enjoy the last of my childhood. So now 20s, you're a kid. 30s, you're big bro. 40s, you're unk. And once you hit unk, it's over.
It's over for you. That's what
That's
they say.
it. 40s is...
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to know because like you talk about these gold records, these platinum records, but I think you did an interview on what was it, Bootleg Kev, and you were saying that the numbers are fake.
Yeah, the numbers is fake. Yeah,
but
like bro, like when you seeing these artists hit 1 billion fucking streams, bro, like I just hit 100 million streams 7-8 years, natural, organic. For some of these artists that hit 1 billion streams, you want to know how I know? I'll show you right now. Let me show you how you know. Right here. Show you right now. This is how you know artists are faking their streams. Show you right now. Look at this. Okay, ready? This is how you know. Look at this shit. Why the fuck is this many people listening to you in these countries? Mexico, India, St. Paulo, Sydney, and India all the way again in the bottom. Look at these artists. These artists never stepped in these countries, ever. Never did shows here, never did anything. Why is it always the same countries? How you from New York? Why aren't you getting the biggest love in New York? You're supposed to have all these streams in New York. They don't. Look, it's always the same countries. These are all the fake streaming farms. Look, it's always the same countries. And you know who's not faking it? Your boy Drake. Look at these numbers for your boy Drake. Look at your boy. That's how you know this shit real. Look at your boy Drake, man. Come on, man. Look at the GOAT. London, New York City, Los Angeles, Chicago. Come on, man.
So wait, but I feel like you talk about all these numbers, and how do one know that you're not faking it?
Because you look at my numbers. My numbers. If you look at my numbers, look at my numbers. Okay, my numbers. UK, Germany, Albania, Kosovo, New York, London.
Mm.
How is that? How am I? These are the countries. I'm Albanian. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what you mean, dude? I'm Drake of Albania. I'm Kendrick of Albania, Kosovo. They're supposed to be playing my shit. That's because it makes sense. Like, it makes sense. Like, okay, you from Baltimore, right? They're going to have a street named after you. You're going to throw festivals there. They're going to talk about you. You're going to be a fucking king in Baltimore. They're like, yo, why are these Baltimore numbers on his podcast so high? Because he's from Baltimore.
Yeah.
They built a statue in Barbados of Rihanna. Why? She's from fucking Barbados. You're supposed to be repping your city. If you look at Kendrick Lamar's numbers, Los Angeles, #1. He's from there. These dudes, these fucking weirdo artists is getting India and Brazil, but you never been there. They don't care about you. They don't know you. That's it. Like, it's just crazy. Like, and you never do shows there. Do you want to know why you never do shows there? Because the boss love music, but they hate buying tickets.
Yo, this nigga is crazy, bro. This guy's. I mean, you cooking though. I mean, for sure. For sure. I mean, that's a fact. Man. That's a fact. Wait. So, okay, cool. So, going back to the reinventing yourself spot. Yeah. Like, again, it's different than what you introduce yourself to. The music.
I mean, I always change myself, but shout out to Forefront, my PR agency. They're helping me reinvent the wheel right now and reinvent me and my music, and they're doing it right and correct. We slowly letting it marinate. What we're doing is I never had a real team around me. I've been doing this by myself for my whole career. I have Rock Nation, and then I left them, and for a long time I was doing it by myself, me and my friend, just going at it. For the first time, I hired a real PR team. I hired a real management. I hired real partnership. I've hired Next Distribution that helps me distribute. So I realized that in order for me to become successful, I need to hire people that know what they're doing and come from a background of being successful with other artists. And, I'm doing the best I can with building a strong foundation, which I already have the foundation, but doing it with a team that is super intelligent with how to maneuver around the industry and the climate we're in right now, which is very, very difficult. Artists are doing different things. Like, artists that were doing music now have to do like go on live and with Playboy Max, whatever his name is, and like they have to do other things and go over there and maneuver to stay relevant and stay alive in a climate where music is dying. So in order for me to do that, I'm not going to completely sell my soul and be all up in the streams going crazy. But, it's cool to be young. It's cool to be around kids that will show you what these kids like. It's cool to be on the podcast and be like, yo, what up, chat? And do all that bullshit. But the best thing you can do is be a brand, be yourself, be authentic, and just have fun with it. But make sure that the people around you understand who you are and are slowly building you for success. That's what I'm doing right now.
No, that's dope. You could definitely see the experience when you speak.
Yeah.
But I would think it would be easier to get these collabs because, I mean, shit, you got like 2 million followers on Instagram.
Yeah, I got 4.6 million followers.
4.6? Did I look at that wrong?
Yeah, you got 2.3 Instagram, 2.3 TikTok.
Okay. So you would think it's easy to do these collaborations. Like, is it?
Yeah, but I never really reach out either. But I work with my favorite artists. I work with Chris Brown. Like, you know what I'm saying? Chris, that's one of my favorite artists in the world, bro. Like, if I can go back in time, I'm not going to say this because it's going to fucking...
You got to say it. It's cool.
I'm scared.
You got to.
I'm scared.
It's not the Breakfast Club.
They say to me, if you had one chance to do one thing in life and go back in time and change your life, right? To be a millionaire, if I had a chance to go back in time and be a fucking billionaire and like do the right move, like if I had a chance to go and get a magazine that shows you all the teams that are going to win. So if I grabbed a magazine and showed you and have a chance to be a billionaire, like go back in time and create Amazon or save Chris Brown and tell him don't get in that car, I'd save Chris Brown.
That's powerful.
Yeah. If I could be a billionaire, go back in time, or save Chris Brown, I'd save Chris Brown.
You just changed the whole conversation.
You know why?
Why?
Because if I saved Chris Brown and that never happened, we'd see somebody that's bigger than Michael Jackson.
This nigga is cooking. Like, he's right. Like, this guy It's cooking. It's like, damn. I hate to be a publicist, but it's like, it's right though. It's like, damn. Like I was about to say, like, bro, like it's so. I don't want to say unfair because like what's done is done.
Yeah.
But it's just so unfortunate how that had to, how that changed the trajectory of his
that's
career.
One of the greatest artists to ever walk Earth. Period. They will. I'm telling you this right now, bro. There will never be another. And bro, it's just like it breaks my fucking heart because he's still here, still relevant, still dropped hits. Bro, since that situation happened, he's dropped the biggest songs in the world. But what I'm saying to you is, if that shit never happened, oh my God, bro.
Yo, you're so right though. It's like we have all of these arguments about who's the greatest. You hear conversations about Beyonce and Chris Brown, and it's like you probably wouldn't have these. It probably wouldn't even be a conversation.
Bro, man, the greatest of all time. And I love Ant Edwards, the basketball player.
Yeah. Like what?
I hope he's safe. Mm-hmm. And I hope that nothing ever happens to that dude because he is organically one of the biggest stars we've ever seen in NBA history.
So I can't speak to that because I'm not the biggest NBA fan, but you know he's really good when I'm watching, and what I love about him is this is not being a big fan of basketball.
Yeah.
He makes it feel like it's supposed to feel, and I say that in a way of like they on playing outside behind a yard. Like he's talking shit. It's like everybody
was them.
Yeah, like everybody used to be so PG. Like you ask some questions in the press, you hear LeBron saying, like, you know, man, like I'm just glad to be here with my team and yeah, man, you know. Yeah. And he's like, man, I come to fuck these niggas up. like you feel me? Like he make it feel like how it used to be. Whereas though everybody else is just so PG, like, yeah, like I'm just happy to be here. Like, you know, I'm just happy to be here with my teammates. He like, man, nah.
Yo, he said 200 million. Suck my dick. My dick bigger than yours, yo. Yo, I love him.
Yeah, nah. Yeah, like he need to be the face of NBA, bro. Because that
straight up,
maybe then the views will go back up.
He will be. Just I gotta say a prayer for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a prayer for him because I need him to make sure he's blessed. God bless that man, bro. Because it's just when this, you know about evil eye. So there's this thing in my culture where they say you get evil eye when you're so successful and you're so popping and somebody's looking at you in a way where they admire you too much, you get evil eye, so you fall. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know what I'm saying? You fall from grace, bro. And it's like, you know, in life, people are jealous of you, but they don't know how to say they're jealous of you. But their soul envies you so much that it gives you bad luck. It's like being on a Madden cover. You break it, you tear your ACL up as soon as you're on the cover because everybody's looking at you like, why is he on the cover? I'm better than him. And everybody's envious. That's why when I post the kids when I post my nephews, my nieces, my children, I always put emoji on their face on Instagram. I don't want anybody to envy. There's people out there that can't have kids, can't have children. You understand? They've been trying so hard. That's why it's like even posting food, it makes me sick sometimes because there's people that follow me that can't eat. So they're envious of you. And sometimes I catch myself flexing like, yeah, I love this fly shit. I love fly shit. I do. I love clothing. I love the lifestyle. I love jets. I love my Rolls Royce. I love my cars. But at the end of the day, it's just like there's people out there using their feet, man, you know? So they envy you and they don't mean it, but they're just like, damn, God, why ain't you bless me? You know what I mean? And then they envy you and then you crash or something happens to you. And that's why you just got to pray for these people and pray that the evil eye never catches them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what happens, bro. It's like at your greatest is when the devil comes knocking. And it's just, I just wish that everyone saw that moment, man. Everybody saw Will Smith smack that guy. Everybody has those moments. And right now, Kanye going through that, you know? And it sucks and it breaks my heart to watch somebody that changed my fucking life My teacher introduced me to Kanye when I was in 6th grade. And it changed my life. That man came into our classroom, had a whole conversation. It changed everything. I got Kanye tatted on me. That man's such a big inspiration to me. And it just sucks watching somebody I love just destroy themselves, you know? But it's just the life we in. Everybody wants everything from you but your asshole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying by that? Everybody wants everything from you but your asshole. So like they want your heart, they want your eyes, they want your nose, everything about you, but they don't want your asshole. Meaning, if you love me, you gotta love all of me. That means bad times too, which is your asshole.
It's a little uncomfortable, but okay.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you can't take the good parts from everybody.
I get
you
it.
gotta take the bad parts too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you gotta realize in life, bro, you gotta rise no matter what. You have to rise above it. I remember when I signed my deal, nobody, like I told my mother, I was like, yo, it's so weird. I signed my deal, and after I signed, nobody made eye contact with me. It was over. And she said to me, you don't stare at the sun, do you? And I said, no. She goes, why? I said, because it hurts my eyes. And she goes, yeah. Yet the sun still rises, and it doesn't take no disrespect. We still got to rise above everything, and don't take it personal. Just shine. Do what we do.
Damn, that's real, bro. Yo, going back to the Chris Brown thing, you said that, and it speaks to your heart, right? Because like, if you could have did everything, anything to change the trajectory of your career, right? You said COVID was probably the worst thing that happened to you musically wise, but you said if you could change anything, it would have Chris Brown not get into that car, and that's powerful. That speaks a lot to your heart. Yeah. But I was going to ask you, you do have the opportunity to change things moving forward. Yeah. What would you do, or what are you going to do differently moving forward in your career to make something so it won't be a COVID again? So you don't fall off in the eyes of many, like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm working on me. I hold myself accountable. I say sorry now. I had a disagreement with one of my friends, Andres, who I work with, and I literally wrote him a whole message because I was wrong in a situation. I said, I apologize, I'm sorry. The old me would have been like, yo, go fuck yourself. And I don't burn bridges no more. I really take care of everybody around me and make sure that I do my best to be understanding. And also the way I'm moving forward now is I'm letting go. I let go, bro. For the first time in my life, I'm believing in God more than ever. I let go, bro. That's it. I let go. I literally let go. Of anything happens to me, I did my best. And that's it. That's all I can do, bro. That's all I can do. I'm a very sensitive human being, bro. I cry every day. I'm the most sensitive human being in the world. If you listen to my music, you'll understand why I'm so sensitive, why I go through the pain I go through. Because I've gone through the worst. There's so much shit about me that people don't even know, that I don't speak about, that I went through as a child. And I don't even speak on it, you know? But like, it bleeds. I bleed. And it sometimes you react towards shit and you burn a bridge and you fuck it up. I used to be the kind of guy that one tire will pop and I'll drive until all three pop and the car just burns down. Now I pull over and I fix the tire up and I get back on the road. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying my best to fix things before I snap and burn everything to the ground. Because I used to say, fuck it, I'll burn bridges all day because I can swim. I'll get to the other side. But bro, it's been crazy swimming with these sharks. I had to turn into an orca. That's what I'm doing differently. I'm just like, all right, fuck it. Let's not burn this bridge. Let's be thoughtful and let's just like think about other people's feelings. Stop being so self-centered. And that it's been working for me, you know? I tried to do therapy. I was in Beverly Hills. They had a therapist try to come at me. He looked in my eyes. He was like, there's so much pain in your eyes. And you tell me your stories. You smile when you tell me all these bad things that happened to you. Bro, he had me feeling more crazy than when I got in there, so I just jumped out the window. I literally jumped out the window. It was the second floor, but I still hit the grass. I was like, yo, fuck out of here. And he still tried to charge me. You believe that shit? That motherfucker's been chasing me down
Yo, this nigga is crazy. I don't know what the. 1 minute, one more. It's like you playing with my emotional strings. One moment I think this nigga about to cry. The next one he said some crazy shit.
But yeah, we changing, baby. We here.
God damn, bro, you pissing me off. Yo, what the hell?
The new
bro?
album's coming out called The Killer Whales of Gotham. It's about still sticking to that theme of being an orca. I got a clothing company called Orca Supply for merch, but we ain't gonna call it merch. It sounds cheap. And it's called the Orca Pod. To my fans, I'm calling them the Orca Pod. And we're just gonna build the shit out. And this album is like real rap. I don't know what kind of music you like. How young are you?
I'm yeah.
Okay, but what kind of music do you like? Because I know Baltimore's like, watch out for the big girl. Watch out.
One thing I can say, you know, Lord, son, one thing I can say, bro, like, you ain't a dummy, goddamn. Like, the nigga smart as fuck. Like, the nigga,
I mean,
shit.
You know,
yeah, that's our music.
You know, people crazy. They think that Jersey Club started in Jersey. It's Baltimore. You know, Baltimore started a lot of shit. We're happy. We're, you know, Jersey.
I ain't even gonna say. I can't even say what I want to say on camera.
That's all good, man.
Because honestly, all of that shit probably started in like Chicago somewhere. But
but you know what? It's good to be cultured, right? It's good to know what the fuck you talking about. You know, I don't like to talk about.
He like, I ain't know that.
Yeah, I don't like to talk about things I don't know. I only talk about things that I'm educated on. You know what I'm saying? I love music. I know every song. I know everything. I'm a walking Shazam. But what this music that I'm dropping now is like real New York shit. It's real rap. Really inspired by the shit that I grew up on loving. And I never did a real rap album.
Yo, before I let you all get out of here, bro, I'm curious because now I'm just interested because you sound so versed in your conversation. I was having a conversation with hip hop historian. He's from New York.
Yeah.
Wayno. And we were talking about I was talking about the disappointment that I get seeing so many of our stars fall.
Yeah.
And I don't think he understood what I was trying to say. I think he was coming because he's like 43.
Yeah.
And he was saying we gotta stop looking at these artists or musicians as idols.
Yeah.
Right? And I understand that.
Yeah.
But as much as I understand it, I still don't like it. And I was gonna ask you, like, how does it feel? Because you're 34, you're my age. I'll be 34 next month. When we look at our stars fall from grace, Kanye West, he was like you said, he changed your life.
Yeah.
P. Diddy. Even R. Kelly, like R. Kelly is a little bit before my time, but I understood the impact, right? What they tried to do to Michael Jackson. It seemed like every time we get a star, we see them fall. And it's like, as a young guy that came from nothing, I know what they did for me looking at them, right? And I know I shouldn't idolize them. We know that. We shouldn't idolize anybody, but we human, right? So when you see your idols fall just from just stuff that's preventable, like how does that make you feel in the moment?
I mean, they say to like separate the art from the person. I try to do that as much as possible. But the person that you were talking to, I highly disagree with them. Because you want to know what my problem is? And this is I shouldn't be talking about this because I'm not in the place to talk about this. Because it's not something that I should talk about. But I should talk about it because I feel like talking about it. And this is where I get fucked up. This is where I fuck up. Every time the interview is about to go great, this is where it goes left. This is going to sound wrong, but I'm going to say it. My publicist is like, here we go. The problem I have is I'll see a white kid on Sunset Boulevard in LA run into Ozzy Osbourne, and he'll go and hug him and go, "You're a god to me." I'll see rock stars have shows in stadiums, and the line would be down the fucking block. Why is it only in hip hop and rap we treat these fucking people that are so incredible, that changed our lives? We treat them, we call them unk, we call them old head. Why is this only happening in this genre? Why? Snoop Dogg to me is a fucking legend. Dr. Dre, fucking Ice Cube, every single rapper that's ever rapped is icon to me, bro. Like Prophet style, like. But if somebody saw them on a rap page or anything, they'll write things like Ice-T, Unk, Old Head. And it's just like, bro, like, why do we not have no respect for the people that paved the way? Rakim, all these incredible KRS-One, all these people that made us want to do the shit. Bro, I got Lauryn Hill tattooed on my arm, bro, right next to my mother. That's how much I love Lauryn Hill. I would never call her old head or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I think I just like, I still want to know why every other genre, they treat everyone with love and respect. But when it comes to this genre, and it be your own people too. Mm-hmm. But what the fuck? Why? I want to know why rock stars are doing stadiums, but some rappers that we love that changed our lives are doing clubs. Why? I'm in no place to talk about it. I'm embarrassed to even speak on it right now because I'm just a guest. But I still want to know why. Because I love the culture. I love hip hop. I love this shit. I literally love this shit. It got to a point in my life where we found a radio with 4 lights in that bitch. Outside, we found a couch, we found a fucking radio, and we took the couch with bed bugs, brought that shit into the crib. Mom wrapped it up with plastic, and we sat on that bitch. And then we put batteries in the motherfucking radio, made that shit work. All we had was a couch, 4 walls, and a fucking radio. And I would turn that shit to Hot 97 and listen to the hottest songs. And that was my way of coping with what I had. Music, getting away with it. It was hip hop. I ain't listened to nothing else but rap, hip hop. That shit saved me. To hear this shit, it's just like, what the fuck?
Yo, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I had a short amount of time to prepare for this interview, and I didn't really know where I was gonna go with it. Yeah. And I was like, just like in my head, I was like, man, I just want to do well, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, I don't know if it's the age gap or whatever. Like, I know you was already successful, right? And you trying to reinvent yourself, but like, I really hope you do everything that you want, genuinely, because I could feel it. It's different. Like, I talk to a lot of people, bro, and it's different when you feel when somebody is genuine. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you feel it, and I feel it, and like, I really like wish you the best. And I say that because it be so unfortunate, and I hate this. It seems like, and this is what I do it for, though. It seems like they keep giving the spotlight to the niggas that don't deserve it. I ain't gonna lie to you. They keep giving the spotlight to the niggas that continue to spit out bullshit, that ain't talking about nothing, that don't have no substance. Yeah. And like I say, I hope you get it because like I can feel it. Like I see that you're passionate. I see the misunderstanding that people may see, and I don't even know you, bro. I swear, I'm just being genuine as possible. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I wish you nothing but the best because I feel it and I just met you, bro. You know what I'm saying? And this wasn't even, this is crazy, bro, for real. Like, I love your approach. I think you're dope as fuck. And I just know sometimes a lot of times it be the dopest individuals that get the short end of the stick.
Yeah, thank you, man. That made my night, bro. Thank you so much.
Oh shit, my bad.
Man, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you.
Of course.
Man, I appreciate you saying that, man. You know, it's been a long road for me. And like I said, man, like I love the shit. It's like it's put me through hell, but when you love it, you still in it because you love it. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gotta say it. You feel it. You know, and it's, I guess, like, you know, I always like think like it's like trying to find a fucking nail clipper or some shit in the crib. You don't find it. You find it when you don't need it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I think I'm gonna get everything I deserve in the end. You know what I'm saying? So I just put all my work into it. I bust my ass for my family. I changed my mom's life. I changed my dad's life, and I just want to continue to give back. I want to go back to my junior high school. I want to give out Xboxes and like computers and just do everything I can, you know what I mean, to give back to my community. And I think that's my focus. And I think that's what's going to make me feel better, is like knowing that I can help the next generation, because the top gets lonely, bro. You know, I was in LA. I was fucking losing my mind. I finally got the crib I wanted, the whip I wanted. I got everything. And I had nothing because I was just there alone, you know? So there's more to life than that, you know what I'm saying? I know that we being tested. I'm being tested right now. I'm being tested every day in my life. If I got everything I ever wanted, you don't think that's dangerous? So we seen it. You mix a lot of power with money, you get craziness, you know? So like I said to you, bro, it's like, I think that it's time for me to let it go and let God handle my life, because I can't have control of everything. And as long as I do it with love and respect, I can't fail, because it starts right here. You probably are going to interview way bigger artists than me. But one thing that you'll always do is remember, I pray that you remember this interview, and I pray that it impacts you in any way, where you walk forward being like, you know what? I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do this different. I'll work on. Then I did my job. But at the same time, I learned from you too. You know what I mean? That I can be from Baltimore and have an incredible fucking podcast or show. Fuck a podcast, because that sounds cheap. But a show, and make it from Baltimore, be young doing it, and fucking interviewing fucking my favorite boxer from my city. You did that shit. Next thing you know, bro, you're going to have everything you wanted. And this is going to be the reminder, bro, like, you did that shit. And you're going to continue to do it. That's all I say is, bro, it's just like, as you go up, make sure you don't bring people up there that don't want to see you there with you. You don't need to. Look at life like getting into a club. The more people you bring with you, less chance of you getting in. That's it. Don't feel bad about it. Because your life is going to be like a falling airplane, bro. You got to put the mask on first before you can help anybody else.
Damn. That's crazy. I ain't even... The more people you bring with you, the less likely you get in. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I appreciate you, man.
My
Thank
nigga.
you.
Already, yo, for the people that don't know, tell them how to follow you. And
Yeah, yo,
the
follow me, Gashi, Gashi, the Killer Whales. And if you're an artist out there and you're trying to get signed and get an opportunity, follow us at Orchid Sound Records. Send us the music. We'll listen. God bless you. Peace. Thank you.
This is good, man. Gashi, Mr. J Hill Podcast is right. We out.
Yeah.